islands conjure dreams of paradise. An escape from the rat race and a perfect patch of sand where you can relax under rustling palms and gaze at a serene blue sea. But not all islands are created the same. The beauty of some is defined more by the sea that surrounds them, which can captivate connoisseurs with its crystalline clarity and thriving coral kingdoms. Other islands feature luxuriant jungles and velvety peaks, and some enchant travelers with their cultural jewels. Whether it's sublime beaches, stunning topography, or exotic cultures you seek, these islands lie far from the workaday clamor but close to creature comforts. From the Seychelles to Santorini and the Caribbean to Capri, find your very own Shangri-la in this list of the most beautiful islands in the world. But before we get started, please support us by subscribing and liking the channel. Number 1. Maldives. The Maldives are home to some of the world's most ravishing islands, but it's the sea, which truly makes these islands shine. Luminous aquamarine waters with a crystal clarity lap upon these dazzling white shores, which barely peak above the Indian Ocean. Consisting of 26 natural atolls, the Maldives archipelago is the planet's lowest-lying nation, rising no more than 3 meters above the sea at its highest point, a measurement that shrinks every year. Play video beneath the mesmerizing waters. Coral reefs flourish, luring divers and snorkelers from around the world. Surfers also flock here to ride the uncrowded breaks. Back on land, the Maldives luxury resorts provide the perfect launching points for adventures focused upon the sea, the archipelago's greatest asset, but also, as the planet's climate changes, its single greatest threat. Number 2. Bora, French Polynesia. Shaped like a giant sombrero, this lush volcanic island stars in countless South Pacific fantasies. The focal point and best asset of this tropical beauty is its ravishing lagoon in technicolor turquoise. Fish, turtles, sharks, and rays swim in the clear waters, and tiny islets or motus dot the lagoon. The island, of course, is distinctly French, with mouthwatering cuisine to match. Diving and snorkeling are excellent in the surrounding reefs, and hiking trails weave through the palm-studded forests. If you can afford it, hide out here in a luxurious over-the-water bungalow and bask in your good fortune as you fall asleep to the gentle slosh of the sea. Number 3. Palawan, Philippines. Palawan is the Philippines' answer to paradise. This island province stretches southwest to Borneo, with lush limestone peaks rising from a jewel-like sea so clear that you can almost see the expressions on the fish from above the surface. Slivers of gleaming white sand beaches fringed with rustling palms rim many of these jungle-clad islands, while under the water, coral reefs teem with an impressive diversity of tropical fish, offering some of the best diving in the world. Other attractions include the island's unique wildlife, emerald lakes, and quaint fishing villages. Coron is home to plush resorts, and El Nido drips with natural beauty and is one of the most alluring islands in the chain. From here, you can island hop around the spectacular Bacuit archipelago. One of Palawan's top attractions is the World Heritage-listed Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park, an impressive limestone cave system with a long underground river. Number 4. Seychelles. Pristine and picture-perfect, the Seychelles are worth traveling for. East of Kenya, this relatively unspoiled archipelago of 115 coral and granite islands is packed with attractions, from UNESCO-listed jungles and thriving coral reefs to palm-lined, powdery beaches flanked by giant boulders. Almost half the total land area of these equatorial isles is protected, and many of the islands lie within fish-rich marine sanctuaries with excellent diving and snorkeling. The Seychelles also feature some of the planet's richest fishing grounds, making this a top destination for anglers. Add some spicy Creole cuisine into the mix, as well as the plush resorts of Mahé, Praslin, and Ladib, and it's easy to understand the Seychelles allure. Number 5. Bali. Possibly one of the most popular islands on Earth, Bali is a yogi and surfers' playground, with regular retreats on the social calendar. While Bali as a whole has become much more commercialized in recent years, with everything from backpackers to top-rated villa hotels, there's still plenty of culture to be found here too. Bounded by forest-clad volcanoes, incredible beaches, and undulating rice paddies, you'll find Balinese temples, authentic villages, and tourist towns in the land of the gods. The Uluwatu Temple is the main highlight in Bali. Perched on the edge of a cliff, it is one of the best places on the island to catch the sunset. Water babies will be in their element in Bali too. Part of the Coral Triangle that's home to the highest biodiversity of marine life, it's a fantastic snorkeling and diving destination. Number 6. Santorini. The volcanic island of Santorini is probably one of the most recognized islands on Earth. Characterized by its whitewashed and blue-domed Cycladic towns hugging the caldera cliffs above the edge of the Aegean, this Greek island is world-famous for its enviable sunsets. Stroll through the alleyways of Oya town, wine and dine at gourmet tavernas, relax on the volcanic beaches, or sail off into the sunset on a glamorous catamaran cruise. As it's one of Greece's most expensive islands, you'll undoubtedly rub shoulders with the rich and famous. For its views and Mediterranean climate alone, Santorini is something special. Number 7. Lofoten. Lofoten is an island group that's famous for its dramatic natural attractions, from towering mountains to the deepest bays. Those in the know come here hoping to witness the mysterious northern lights and to hike the Svolvær goat, one of the most popular climbing peaks in Norway. For those looking to get off the beaten track, this archipelago is a real treat, with opportunities for fishing, birdwatching, cycling, and sea kayaking in the summer, and skiing and tracking down the Aurora Borealis in the winter. Visiting these islands is unforgettable as village life seems charmingly stuck in time. Even the sun shines until midnight for part of the year. Number 8. Samoa. Samoa is a poster child for South Pacific beauty. Volcanic uprisings crafted much of this island's dramatic topography. Jungle-clad peaks plunge to the Pacific, and rugged rock islands rise from the Sapphire Sea. Samoa is actually an archipelago of 10 tropical islands about halfway between New Zealand and Hawaii. You're in the heart of Polynesia here, and the big hearts of the locals are a big part of the island's appeal. Samoa also boasts some of the South Pacific's most spectacular waterfalls, as well as flourishing coral reefs, wild beaches, hiking trails, picturesque crater pools, and surf breaks. Loll on Lalomanu Beach, hike lush rainforest trails, or take a dip in the Tsua Trench, a picturesque crater pool ringed by tropical gardens. Staying on Samoa means soaking up an authentic taste of the South Pacific. Number 9. Fiji. One of Australia's go-to tropical escapes, Fiji ticks all the fantasy island boxes. White sand beaches, translucent turquoise waters, and teeming coral reefs are all found here in abundance. And the Fijian people welcome visitors with warm, friendly smiles. Diving, snorkeling, fishing, and, in some areas, surfing are all popular things to do in Fiji, but sprawling under a palm tree and slipping into the silky warm seas can be equally rewarding. With more than 300 islands, it's easy to find the best island for your vacation, from luxurious celebrity hideaways and family-friendly resorts to the sublime Yasawa and Mamanuca group. Fijians love young children, so this is a fabulous destination for families looking to relax. Number 10. Mallorca. One of the most popular of Spain's Balearic Islands, Mallorca is a celebrated beach escape that gets 300 days of sunshine every year. With quiet coves, limestone mountains, citrus orchards, and sleepy stone villages overlooking the Mediterranean, it's perfect for relaxing. But there's a lot more to Mallorca than meets the eye. The island is also home to several Roman and Moorish ruins, as well as a pumping nightlife scene in the capital of Palma. For those interested in history and architecture, don't miss the Royal Palace with its glorious Moorish design and the Palma Cathedral with its enchanting Gothic facade. Built on the site of a Moorish mosque, this unusually Mecca-facing cathedral boasts one of the largest stained glass windows in the world. Number 11. The Cook Islands. If you've ever dreamed of being a castaway in the South Pacific, the Cook Islands are for you. Strung between French Polynesia and Samoa but with strong ties to New Zealand, the archipelago's 15 islands are among the underrated jewels of the South Pacific. Among the island's top attractions are enticing aquamarine lagoons, palm-fringed beaches, and volcanic peaks. Best of all, the locals are among the friendliest in the South Pacific. Rarotonga is the main tourist hub, with its many resorts, lush peaks, and plentiful beaches. Aitutaki is one of the most beautiful islands in the South Pacific. Hibiscus-laced villages snuggle on the hillsides, and 21 motus or small islets lie along its heavenly lagoon, many within kayak distance of the resorts. Ensconce yourself here in an over-the-water bungalow, or hole up in a rustic beach shack on a remote-out island and live your Robinson Crusoe fantasies. Number 12. The Dalmatian Islands, Croatia.
In the Adriatic Sea off the coast of Croatia, the Dalmatian Islands are an enchanting mix of relaxed charm and rich history. Quaint villages and boutique hotels and restaurants dot these gorgeous isles, which are surrounded by sparkling seas and some of the Croatia's best beaches. Top on the list is Brac with the famous beach strip of Zelatni Rat Golden Horn. Hvar is also beautiful, with Gothic churches, a car-free old town, and picturesque fishing harbor. From here, you can zip across to the beautiful Pakleni Islands, known for their crystal-clear water and secluded coves. Other must-see Dalmatian islands include Korčula, with its red-roofed, whitewashed buildings, Mlj Ed with its 2 inland saltwater lakes, and relatively uncrowded Vis.
Number 13. St. Lucia, the Caribbean.
St. Lucia exudes a dark and brooding beauty. Unlike other islands in the Caribbean, its best assets are not necessarily its beaches, though with their golden sands and graceful palms, they are popular with those who visit. Rather, the island itself is drenched in topographic drama. The towering pitons, twin volcanic peaks, preside over the luxuriant landscapes, rising more than 700 meters from the sea, and providing a breathtaking backdrop to the stunning scenery. Bristling forests of coconut palms, waterfalls, quaint fishing villages, coral reefs, nature trails, and healing hot springs are just some of the sights to explore on St. Lucia. Pretty Marigot Bay and Anse Chastanet Marine Park are highlights. The island's French influences also add to its exotic appeal.
Number 14. Capri, Italy.
Glamorous Capri, about 20 kilometers off the Amalfi coast, lives up to all the hype. Sea stacks and soaring cliffs rise from the teal-hued Tyrrhenian Sea, framed by sprays of colorful flowers. One of its most popular tourist attractions is the Blue Grotto, a glowing sea cave, where locals row tourists in on tiny boats and sing opera to demonstrate the acoustics. Once you arrive at the port of Marina Grande, catch the funicular up to the main town of Capri, which feels like a movie set. The piazza here buzzes with impeccably dressed locals and tourists toting shopping bags filled with designer clothes and the island's heavenly perfumes. While you're here, be sure to also visit the highest town, Anna Capri, and take the chairlift up to Monte Solaro for spectacular views across the island and sea.
Number 15. Sardinia, Italy.
Blissful white sand beaches, rugged coastal peaks, mouthwatering cuisine, a unique blend of cultures, and ancient archaeological treasures. What's not to love about this saucy Italian isle? Most travelers have heard of the glamorous Costa Smeralda, or Emerald Coast, with its craggy coves and clear green seas, but this large and diverse Mediterranean isle also lays claim to many other attractions. Sardinia is home to the largest canyon in Europe, Golasu Gorapu, prehistoric archaeological sites, the captivating Catalan-tinged town of Alghero, and the medieval streets of Cagliari, the capital. Stay a while at one of the many pampering hotels and resorts, and while you're here, be sure to cruise along some of the scenic coastal drives and soak up the spectacular views.
Number 16. Easter Island. Tucked away in the southeastern Pacific, the Polynesian Easter Island is both remote and historically significant. The enormous moai statues are undeniably the top attraction here, lending an air of history and mystery to this faraway island. Over 800 statues designed like humans with oversized heads dot the island. They were created by the Rapa Nui many centuries ago, and each is believed to have taken at least a year to handcraft. But there's more to Easter Island than the moai statues. There are some excellent beaches, remote caves, ancient petroglyphs, and hiking and cycling routes too. Diving into the island culture with a traditional Rapa Nui dancing show is truly memorable.